The guy who founded the Memorial Drive Presbyterian Church was the man who married your mother and I.
Oh, wow.
And I said, I have to join this church. That's all there is to it. And I immediately went to the people in charge. I said, what do I have to do to become it? And they said I had to go to a class or something. Anyway, it was in a matter of a couple of weeks I was a member. And,
Wow.
I mean, it's just that easy to do and stuff. And I called the dentist's name from the church where you went when you were a kid. Dr. somebody. What's his
Dr.
name?
Bailey?
Huh?
Dr. Bailey?
Robert somebody. Anyway, we called on them and said, hey, we got to get a piece of paper that says we are released from your church and we want to join Memorial Drive, and bingo, in no time at all it was done.
So would I have to get that release?
What?
Would I have to, was I ever a member?
You were a member of that church.
So do I have to get that release in order to join another?
You don't have to, but it's the easiest way to do it.
Huh.
You just tell the people that where you want to join, that you want to transfer your membership from, I can't remember the name of it now. It's a very common name. I knew it very well. I want to say St. Paul Presbyterian. Is that it?
No, St. Paul would be a Catholic, I would think.
St. Paul Presbyterian
Oh,
Church.
St. Paul Presbyterian Church.
Guess who the very first member of St. Paul Presbyterian Church was?
But they,
Dad?
Bill Smith.
Jim.
Seymour.
No.
and
Paul.
Who was the story about?
Robert. The guy that
Robert Moore.
created
Robert Moore.
Memorial.
That's his name. Mom.
Mom
Mom.
was the first member of St. Paul Presbyterian Church.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I thought that's what he was going to tell you, that you didn't know.
that's right.
Wow.
Wow.
And they're still very staunch members of it.
So what church did you get married in? St. Paul?
No.
No.
No, I can't remember that. It'll be on the piece of paper.
But the guy that married you founded Memorial Drive Presbyterian Church.
St. Andrews.
St. Andrews. Yeah.
Well, that's neat. Mom was the first member of St. Paul Presbyterian Church in Houston, Texas.
Yes.
That's worth writing down in your photo album.
Yeah, it's worth writing down somewhere.
That's
And I
neat.
wish one of you guys could do me a great big favor, whether it be Eddie or any one of you girls. They're talking about tearing down the Astrodome.
Yeah.
Okay?
Oh, again? Yeah,
And
that
they're-
was serious. Oh, really? I didn't
What
know
are you
that.
shaking your head for? You're shaking your head no, like I'm saying something wrong.
Go ahead.
Why are you shaking your head?
He was, go ahead with your story, Dad.
Because what's been in the news recently is stories about how they're going to restore it into something.
Yeah.
I get nervous, that's all. I get very nervous because I don't know what the hell's going
But all
on.
settle down, we're all listening to you.
What?
That's good. We're listening to you, your story. Go
I don't
ahead.
think there is a story now.
No, you said you wish that somebody, one of us, would something they're talking about tearing.
Thank you.
Okay.
I wish somebody would try to remember to write to the people that are in charge of the Astrodome rejuvenation or whatever, that one of the things that's very important to you or your family is to know that Jim Umbright is buried underneath there. That I flew in an airplane over the hole in the ground in a Piper Cub. And the guy told me, he said, now is the time to do it because the wind is just right. And I opened the window and put Jim in the hole in the ground. And I can't do anything about it, and it sounds stupid, but it seems, I would love to see somewhere on the record that Jim is buried there. But there is nothing I can prove it by except my statement.
It's in that Colt 45 book,
It is?
yes, that you flew over. His brother, Ed, flew over, but I think it said helicopter,
No, it was in a Piper Cub.
Piper Cub, flew over and spread his ashes on the infield.
I don't think I ever even saw that. If I did, it just went right past me. But if
You
that's
have
there,
the
that's
book.
good.
I have that book. Do you guys have that book? The Houston Colt 45 history book?
Nobody's responding.
I'm not sure I
Is it
do.
the six-gun salute?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's called the Six Gun Salute, the history of the Houston Colt 45s or something like that.
That's great. That's great.
His ashes were spread over the construction site of the Astrodome,
It makes me
the
feel so
future
much
home of
better
the
to
Colt
know
45.
that it is written down somewhere.
And your
That
your
it's
name
been written
as well.
By somebody else.
Wikipedia.
That's good. I'm glad to know. Because there is a historical remark there.
Why don't you read that again? They weren't listening.
His ashes were spread over the construction site of the Astrodome, the future home of the Colt 45s.
I didn't hear what you said.
You didn't understand her?
I didn't hear what you
Okay, read it again, please.
His ashes were spread over the construction site of the Astrodome, the future home of the Colt 45s.
That's right.
It's
I would say it was a hole in the ground at the time I did it.
They hadn't enclosed it yet. They hadn't put the roof on yet.
So,
The construction site.
that's right. It was a construction site.
Really? When did they start construction?
But don't
I
let
don't
that go to your death and not let somebody remind somebody about it.
Record it somewhere.
I wanted to get somewhere down the line, I think somebody should say something about it. That that's where Jim is buried.
Yeah.
Every now and then they bring up his name on the television set or something and nobody ever makes a comment about it. I just think it's a wonderful thing to be there.
Well, I know too, you used to have, and I don't know where it might be, a cassette tape of a recording of Howard Cosell.
Cassette tape of,
Howard Cosell
yes.
talking about your brother.
I don't know where it is.
I might have that.
I thought one of you guys had it. Have you got it?
I might.
When would you have gotten it?
Familiar.
Yes.
It just used to be in the top drawer of the buffet.
Oh, okay.
I know where it used to be back in the house in Dallas.
Oh, okay.
Was in the top drawer of the buffet.
Yeah. But I just,
Does anybody else remember that?
No.
Here's a newspaper article from April 15th, 1964. A newspaper article.
Did you hear?
Find anything.
Why don't you translate?
She's got a newspaper article on her phone from April 15th, 1964.
64.
About the construction?
The ashes of Jim Umbright, the Houston Colts pitcher who died a week ago of cancer, have been scattered over Colt Stadium,
Cool.
an area he loved. Umbright was a right-handed relief pitcher for the National League Colts. Funeral services were held Friday, and the body cremated. The ashes were scattered over the baseball field from a small plane Saturday, but something was not revealed until Tuesday by Colt officials. Jim's something wanted Jim's family wanted
Us to remember.
publicly about the disposition of the ashes. Wanted no advance publicity about the disposition of the ashes.
That's right.
Yeah, that's what it says. So
That's
that was
cool.
the-
So there
that
was
the
a
little
newspaper.
article.
What'd you say?
There was a newspaper article.
I didn't know it. Probably back then I knew it and read it and
Yeah.
so forth.
Do y'all remember going downtown to see the Christmas lights on the old Foley's building?
No,
And they had the picture windows with all the fancy Christmas
Foley's?
displays.
Oh, all the
Holy-
fancy Christmas displays.
No.
I remember.
Dan, is that you?
No.
Very important message about my current credit card account.
You might be in company now. Did you record it?
Just sorta, maybe, I remember. Kind of.
Every Christmas there would be
We
lines
take them down.
round and round the block.
We take you guys down there.
And we'd always go down, sometimes they had trains, sometimes they had trees and stuff all in the windows. Foley's was eventually bought out by Macy's.
Oh, yep.
Macy's decided that they didn't need a downtown store anymore, and I think they've sold the building. Tomorrow morning, right after sunrise, they will implode it.
Oh, my.
Imploding the building tomorrow morning.
Wow.
Are you gonna be there?
No.
Do y'all want to be there?
No.
And watch it on
A
TV?
lot of times they have that on TV.
Well, they'll show parts, they'll show it after
Well,
it's
if it's a
done.
big, yeah.
We must be getting old then, huh?
I don't know.
They're starting to tear down the buildings that we used to
You can
go.
also be able to watch that in Galveston or not.
I find that interesting.
No, it's
I've
not
never
getting
seen that
old,
before.
it's just not convenient for Macy's to keep it any
right.
longer.
Never seen that before.
Cool.
That's,
Very
Yeah.
cool.
that's what they do now, they tear them down and start over.
Yeah.
How many got any sodas in
Sounds
the
like a
refrigerator?
cigarette then.
You got enough
It
to
comes
give
that
everybody
way.
one?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, if they want.
Would you like a larger screen?